Check. Check. It has a mic problem with that.
TGAN. I do this shit for the love of the game.
What is up, all my gaming friendulums? Just gotta make sure. Just making sure. Wow. Classy. Just making sure my mic is okay, because last show I think my mic wasn't working for like half the episode and I didn't even know. Apologies to all my fans who were watching. Excuse me. At least that's what it looked like. I went back and was watching some of the show. So I rewatch my stuff a lot to see what I can do to make it better. And yeah, I looked like the audio was gone for half this episode, and I don't know why. Unless it was just a problem on me, on what I was watching it on. Damn, maybe I should quit. Nah. Why would I quit? But the audio just started working halfway through the show, and I don't know what that was about. There's always some weird issues happening, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But anyways, today's topics. 2 topics today. Sometimes it's hard to find just topics for game adaptations. Sometimes I could talk about game news, but the only thing happening in the news right now, gaming news, is the same thing as last week with the new Xbox CEO taking over for Phil and Sarah Bond. Some more cancellations, some stuff with WB being bought by Paramount, but I always try to stick with just gaming adaptation stuff. You're seeing my channel stats. You shouldn't be seeing that. Growing my channel has been like way harder than it should be, I think. YouTube has something against me. Today's topics, they finally dropped the first picture from the God of War show, and we're going to look at that. And the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer just dropped. 2 days ago, Mortal Kombat 2 trailer just dropped the other day on Wednesday, and I'm actually still working on an edit of the breakdown of that. It's taken a long ass time. Sometimes my video edits just take a long time, and it's annoying because I want to get it out as soon as I can, but I'm doing this all by myself, so editing can take a while. But that should be ready by Sunday at the latest. So, first up, oops. Oh, something I didn't want you to see. Right, over here in Variety. Variety has the article. Wow, okay. So, I don't want to turn my ass off. Full screen. Over here on Variety, God of War First Look. Ryan Hurst is Kratos, and Callum Vincent is Atreus in Prime's live action series. I don't give a shit what anyone says. This is 100% pure AI. Nothing about this looks real at all. Like, they're already abusing AI. This is not real. I don't care what anyone says. I don't think this is real. Like, why does this kid's hands look like it's the hands of somebody 20 years older than him? Like, they're on a set. I just find it. My thing is like, I don't know if I believe that they're already this far in production when they only just announced the casting like a month ago. They don't fucking start filming shit that soon. I don't think that's real at all. I keep looking over here. I'm trying not to look at the right hand side. Why can't I just block that? Amazon has unveiled a first look at the live-action God of War TV series, with production on the show now underway in Vancouver. I could probably look up to see when production actually started. The image offers fans a first glimpse of Ryan Hurst as Kratos, the titular God of War, the titular God of War, and Callum Vincent as his young son Atreus. Additional cast members that we don't see yet include Max Piker as Heimdall, Ulfr Darry Olfenson as Thor, Mandy Patinkin as Odin, Alistair Duncan, Randy, Danny Woodburn. Okay, they're not gonna mention Teresa Palmer at all. That's kind of rude. Ed Skrein, I think that's the guy that was in the first Deadpool. They seriously did not mention Teresa Palmer. Man, it's unbelievable how sexist and racist the industry still is after all these years. If you don't believe me, I just heard about some weird thing that happened at the BAFTAs when Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan were on stage. Someone in the crowd who has Tourette's suddenly decided to go on a racist tirade. But because he has Tourette's, they're excusing it, and the guy didn't apologize, and I'm like, that's bullshit. People with Tourette's say completely random shit. This guy says something racist when black people are on a stage. That's garbage. But I'm not gonna get into that. But why isn't Teresa Palmer being mentioned? As previously reported, the series will pick up with the story of the most recent God of War games. The two most recent. I thought it was just the first. Maybe they're already planning a second season. Actually, it's possible they are already planning a second season. I'm not sure. Two most recent God of Wars in which Kratos must raise his 10-year-old son, Atreus, while battling gods of the Norse pantheon. Per the logline, father and son Kratos embark on a journey to spread the ashes of the wife and mother fate. Through their adventures, Kratos tries to teach his son to be a better god. Atreus, yeah, I've already read that. God, right, already. So it's 2 seasons. God of War has received a 2-season order at Amazon. Ronald D. Moore is the writer, executive producer, showrunner. Frederick Eotway will direct the first 2 episodes. This guy directed episodes of Fallout, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, he definitely directed episodes. So yeah, this guy already has a good IMDb list. He was involved with The Boys and Fallout, 2 of like my favorite shows ever. Basically, Boys is amazing. Fallout is amazing. So this guy has a good track record. Meryl Davis of Tall Ship also executive produces alongside Corey Balog. Bunch of names that I don't think really matter. Joe Manansky. Yeah, names. I don't care about names. See? Too much shit around on the side of the screen. Distracted a motherfucker. Oops. I don't know how to make my Streamlabs just show the one screen I want you to see and nothing else. I still haven't figured that out. So just a bunch of different names. The series is co-produced by Sony Pictures Television, Amazon MGM, in association with PlayStation Productions, Tall Ship Productions. Tall Ship is an overall deal at Sony TV. God of War first look. Can I get a better picture? That's like bigger, maybe. Oh my god. This thing will not let me keep Google as my search engine, no matter what I fucking do. It automatically changes it back, and I don't know why. And why Yahoo? I'm using Chrome browser, and it won't let me use Google, which is Google is Chrome. Chrome is Google. I don't know. Sorry. Looking at the screen that I have this on other screens to see how it looks, or to see how it delays, or if it delays. Sorry. Looking at the screen and making sure the audio is working, because it's working this week, and I don't know why I didn't play last week. But back to this god-awful picture. Control plus. This picture looks terrible. I think the hand right here, because AI still can't do hands the best. This hand doesn't look right. Both his hands don't look right at all. Like Brian Hurst's face doesn't look right. It almost looks like that's a completely different body, like a stunt double, and it's his face shoddily photoshopped. I mean, shit, if they're going to try to AI a picture, how could they not do a better job? Either that or it is on set, but it's like half on set, half AI. But as what day? First day of filming for God of War in Vancouver. That's what you're saying. Like, so where did they get this from? It's saying that it's officially started filming February 25th, which was only a couple days ago. So they started filming February 25th, according to that. But then there's ones over here saying it started filming in March. So March hasn't even happened yet, in case you didn't notice. It starts filming in March 2026. So that's what they're saying. But did it change? It's saying they're filming the first 2 seasons. Is that what you're saying? They're filming the first 2 seasons already, or they're just gonna like film, take a break, film, and that's it. While earlier reports indicated general March 26th, more precise schedule is confirmed the start of on-location production. So some people are saying March. They're saying February 25th, but even so, it's like, how did they already have this? I mean, when it comes to filming things, they could film in any order they want. I mean, maybe this is the very first thing they did, and it looks like they're outside, but that rock looks fake. But they use Vancouver a lot for these kind of settings. Like, this is what it looks like even on like just going downtown. You can like basically see that. I used to live in Vancouver. It is a pretty nice city looking wise. Expensive, yes. Ryan Hurst. I mean, the clothing looks pretty exact to 2018 God of War. Picture, like, does it suit the? Wait, what? God of War. So yeah, comparing the suit, it's like exact, almost one for one with. It's pretty much one for one with the 2018. Plus, like, even the design of the red thing is the exact as well, which, you know, obviously they should do it that way, but the suit is like exact. Even down to the arm wraps. The design of the shoulder, the design on the shoulder is exact. I guess the axe. He should have had his axe out. If they're gonna like make a picture for the very first time, a kid's face looks super fake as well. What is that kid's name again? Callum Vincent. What does that kid look like to compare to what this face looks like? I don't know. Hard to say. How old is this kid now, anyways? This IMDb. Hey, Noble Bull. What is going on? How are you doing? Thanks for being here. As always, you are my #1 fan. If you're new here, drop a like. I'm talking about the new God of War picture that looks really bad. I don't know if you've seen it yet. But this is what the first picture from the God of War filming that just happened a couple days ago. So I think it's BS. The picture, all 100%. They only started filming on the 25th of February, and they're saying, so you can hear me. Hey, do you? Oh, I'm good. Thanks for asking. But when you were watching my show last week, if you remember, was there no audio for a bit of my show? When I watched it after, half the show had no audio, and I didn't know. That rock looks pretty fake. They're really good at making painted styrofoam look real though. Like, Like when you look at it up close, it looks pretty fake, but in a film, it's pretty convincing. This tree looks real. Those rocks look fake. This is exactly what Vancouver looks like in certain areas. So these trees look all real. Or it could be on one of those new volume screens where they just display a background but it looks so real. But they are in Vancouver. They went to Vancouver specifically for these exterior locations. So that's why so many people shoot in Vancouver, either to replace an American city and it's cheaper to shoot in. Like if you're watching a show that takes place in Seattle, very likely that was actually shot in Vancouver. You have the same kind of weather. We're in the same part of the country, in part of the world. But this looks half fake, half set up, but like really outside. But I'm pretty sure they are outside because, like I said, people shoot in Vancouver because it's cheaper and for the exterior locations. I could go on about the time when I lived there and I used to do some background work. I had a very short spurt of doing background work in Vancouver for like a year. I did a whole bunch of stuff and then I never did anything again. But Noble Bull, do you have an opinion on this picture of God of War? Do you think it's real? It looks pretty much completely AI to me. Kratos' hands look pretty decent, but the kid's hands look off to me. That doesn't look like the hand of a kid. That kid looks super young, and for some reason his hair is all gelled up. Yeah, what are you gonna use for gel? Deer blood or some shit? And almost the way his like bow and arrow thing looks a little off, the way it's hanging off his back. Wait. Escape. Escape. F11. I don't know what Atreus is wearing looks different compared to the movie. It looks meh. Yeah, it looks like the kid is missing a finger on its other hand. Like it only has 3 fat fingers. Like the hands are almost always a dead giveaway, but his suit is like darker than the one in the game, so the game one looks a little lighter. Right, I had a picture here. Yeah, this is a good shot of both of them. Just to compare how they look, like it's pretty accurate, even with like the layers to it. But the kid looks a little brighter. He has a brighter shirt underneath, and his fur vest or whatever it is looks brighter. But here it all looks a little darker. His hands look weird. That looks like the hand of a 40-year-old. I don't know. Even if this is real, that looks silly. I don't know. There's something about that. It doesn't look right. But I guess like they could just literally set up a thing just to take this picture. This could easily not be something they actually shot while they're on set. They went there to start shooting. Like who knows what they started filming on the 25th if they actually did. They could have just been doing aerial shots or freaking on-set stuff, building sets, I don't know, but this could just be a picture they randomly set up. Like I'm almost 100% sure that's what it is, and it's not from them actually shooting anything yet properly. They slapped them into their makeup, threw them in the woods just to take this picture. Or it is 100% AI, or they tried to half AI, because this kid's hands just don't look right. Okay. But yeah, that's the God of War picture. I don't know what else to say about that. My only other real topic today is talking about the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, which just came out. So I was gonna figure out put that on just to like Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. For the one person in the chat who's not me, who hasn't seen this yet, if you haven't seen the brand new Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, it just came out, and I mainly just wanted to talk about that. Though I'm still working on a big old edit video of my breakdown of the whole trailer. I've taken a long time with it. But if you're not subscribed, be subscribed so you can watch my breakdown. So I'm gonna click play on it and mute myself, and hopefully you can hear it.
You want to know what makes a hero? It's not destiny. It's not something you're born with. It's searching for greatness.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Then realizing you've had it in you this entire time.
Whoa! I really don't feel comfortable hitting a girl.
Don't worry. You won't.
Yo! Send me back. I want to go back.
The rules of the tournament are simple. Our fates would not be settled by the size of our armies. They would be decided by combat.
I'm not some great warrior. I'm not some champion.
This is a war for the fate of your world. Finish him!
Me?
Earth belongs to me.
We do not kneel!
Our only chance is to face this together. Let's go, baby. You, Johnny Cage, are a part of this now. It's showtime. Get over here! Johnny will definitely die.
Alright, I'm gonna say it right now. This is probably gonna be the best Mortal Kombat movie ever. Why is it showing my own show? The trailer has ended and now it's showing me the live that I'm in right now in my own account. I know that I'm live. Why are you telling me this? Also, yeah. See, I have a different name, but this is just me trying out different names. Maybe rebranding, I don't know, but maybe I'll just go back to what my old name was. But I'm telling you, that trailer looks really good. I think this movie is going to be significantly better than the one that came out a couple years ago, which I think got a lot of unfair hate. The first movie that came out in 2021, I guess it was. It was okay. My only issue was the unbelievably, terribly boring protagonist, Cole Young, who's still going to be in 2, but he's going to be pushed aside. Would you shut up with your notifications? Oh my god. So yeah, Noble or anyone else who's in the chat, let me know what you think of the Mortal Kombat movies. If you liked the one that came out a few years ago, if you think this new one is going to be better, I think it's going to be way better. Like, I'm hoping, I'm not trying to get too hopium with what the trailer looks like, but it just looks significantly better. And I'm considering it to be a soft reboot as well. As if maybe last week I had myself muted by accident. I didn't even know it's possible. But I think I think this is going to be like a soft reboot where they're going to make Johnny the protagonist. They hinted at Johnny in the last movie near the end of it, but watching this now, it's like, why didn't you just have Johnny in the first place? He was a perfect protagonist. He was a perfect one in the very first movie. Which I had. I don't know. You know me. I have it, but I don't know where it is. Because I always like to show off a movie if we're talking about it. Alright, I'm gonna stop looking. But yeah, the first Mortal Kombat movie, the 95 movie, was Johnny. Johnny was the protagonist, and the very similar kind of story, a fish out of water. Or in that one, he willingly goes to this tournament, but he doesn't realize what kind of tournament it is. This one here, it's like Johnny gets not so much pulled into it, but like, I'm definitely going to be spoiling things, even though this is all me guesstimating what the story could actually be. But if you don't want to hear any spoilers for the movie at all, actually, don't go. Stay anyways, because I need the audience. There's someone new in the chat. If you're new, say what's up. Tell me who you are. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be... It's definitely going to be better than the movie a few years ago, but I think it's going to be a lot better. But there's just something, like, I love Carl Urban. Like I'm pretty sure everyone loves Carl Urban. If you're watching The Boys, like, that's his best performance. That's like his best performance is Billy Butcher in The Boys. As far as I'm concerned, I think is his best performance. But here, I mean, he's going to be cheesy. It's Johnny Cage, so he's going to be a little cheesy. And they're going to be, even like in my thumbnail, they show the movie version. This is him from a movie doing his Johnny Cage thing, and it's definitely cheesy, but so I'm gonna go through. So I'm basically gonna do what I'm still doing in my edit of this whole thing, but go through the trailer, but also like the story. I can pretty easily tell what it is.
You want to know what makes a hero?
And this picture of him at the expo is hilarious, because if you've ever been at a comic expo, they look a lot like this. And there's always a spot called Anime Alley. No matter where you are, there's an Anime Alley. But the fact that he's right by the cosplay rehab table, I think is funny, because it's almost like showing, yeah, you can get a table, but we're going to stick you in the corner where no one's going to be except to get their shit fixed. But a big Easter egg here that I don't even know enough about DC. So if anyone's a DC person, but this is a huge DC connection to have Evelyn Crawford right there, because that's one of the members of the Birds of Prey. So it's like this woman here is the person who writes it. And it's just weird. Like, it's this weird meta DC crossover going on here, but as you can see, no one's buying Johnny's stuff. He has all his junk, all his glasses, but nobody wants to buy it. Poor guy. He looks a little sad. Urban is like the perfect actor for this, honestly. I mean, I definitely just like him. I've always liked him as an actor. Everything he's been in, I've liked him. So he's the perfect Johnny Cage, I think.
You want to know what makes a hero?
But like that speech he's giving is like, I'm pretty sure it's a speech from one of his movies. He's given this weird cheesy speech, and then now that exact speech is relevant to his real life. This shot here is a big hint, like for some reason that I haven't figured out yet. Katana's going to be a way bigger part of this movie. Like it almost looks like it could be a dual protagonist where it's about Johnny, but it's also about Katana, because she's in this trailer a lot. That's actually young Katana and her dad, King Jared, who I'm only learning all this lore myself when I was doing the video, because I love Mortal Kombat, but only because of the first three games, especially 2. Mortal Kombat 2 is one of my favorite games just ever, period. So even though I haven't played these games as much, I still got a huge love for the franchise. And I bought the MK collection that came out in October, and I love it. But Katana is going to be a bigger part of this movie. She wasn't even in the last one. And here, it's like they're suddenly making her almost like a dual protagonist. That's her hugging her daddy. I looked it up to like IMDb to see like if who this was, and it said, yeah, young Katana, which I figured. This guy plays King Jared. And in the lore, he gets killed by Shao Kahn, which we see in the trailer, so it's not a secret.
It's not destiny.
That's her hugging her daddy. And here we have Hanzo, or Scorpion. Oh damn, I just noticed. I didn't even notice this the first time, but the blades on this thing are all the Scorpion blades he has at the end of his rope throw thingy. I just noticed that. So he's like secretly keeping his own weapons around him, which is smart. But here he is combing the sand for his Zen garden. These are like some things I didn't even get to point out in my video that I'm still editing. But here's Hanzo hiding behind cherry blossoms, which are like in Japanese culture signify like rebirth or something, or they signify something for sure. But yeah, the actor Hiroyuki or whatever his name is like a great actor, and when they first got him in the first movie, I was like, damn, this guy's already a good actor. And then since then he's won an Emmy for Shogun, which is a spectacular show. This looks like some kind of training area, like there's going to be portal jumping in this, which isn't something that I'm familiar with in the games I play, but they're going to have Raiden is somehow going to be able to do portal shit like Doctor Strange or whatever. So this looks like this would be where they took Johnny. When they're in a parking lot and they approached him and they said, hey, Johnny, you have to join. There's a war coming. And Johnny thinks these are some crazy people. He just thinks they're a bunch of crazy cosplayers or whatever that want an autograph. And then Raiden shows him the portal. The stuff from the first trailer that's not in this, and vice versa, obviously. But yeah, I'm spoiling Mortal Kombat 2 right now for anyone who's watching. So if you don't want to be spoiled, still don't leave. Stay here. Please stay. Please like me. But this is me guessing what the story is, but I'm not to sound cocky, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pretty close, because it just feels like half of it is a rehash of the very first 95 MK movie. It's a very similar story. This one's way more darker and whatnot. There's like the dragon, just like the Mortal Kombat dragon. And it looks like there's a tail. It looks like that could be the tail of that dragon wrapped around right there, if I had to guess. So this looks like a training Fosilota.
Awesome.
This Katana again, she's going to be in this show a lot. I don't know what changed since the last movie, because I don't even think they mentioned her. And now it's like they're putting her on front and center. Like, I hope it's still more about Johnny, though, because they're setting up him to be the protagonist since forever. Now suddenly this latest trailer, there's like, oh yeah, Katana's gonna be in it a lot too, by the way. Jesus Christ. I just noticed I made a spelling mistake in my topic. There's no way I'm not gonna fix that. I just changed it. Does it change it? Yeah. I made a spelling mistake. I'm not gonna leave that up there. But back to Katana. We see her close up. She's nice looking. Not that that matters. This picture, this one here, I still can't really tell who that is. Someone's lying here, burnt up on the side, and it's not the Scorpion Hanzo guy. I still can't really tell. It could be Sub-Zero. It could be Kung Lao, because Kung Lao died in the last one. He went to hell and came back. Because the Revenant Kung Lao is going to be in this, which is also part of the lore I didn't know about. But there's a zombie version of Kung Lao, basically, and other people from the series.
It's searching for.
This could be Hanzo right here. There's an X, that little X on the roof. Actually, is that an X? Maybe it's just the candles, the candle holder thingy. This looks like somebody praying at a shrine.
Greatness.
Let me know what you think of the trailer. I'm excited for Mortal Kombat 2. Here's Raiden doing his Raiden thing. Suit looks like a lot like MK2 a little. Wait. I don't know if I up the quality, it could slow down the whatever a little. Oh yeah, that looks way better when you do it that way though. I could like let it buffer a little so it'll build up. So I'm playing at the max 4K. I paid for that YouTube Premium so I can watch 4K. The topics thing looking weird. Or is it just fixing itself after I edited it? I don't know. I don't know how to get that why does it look like that? See? That's gonna bug me now too. I don't know why it looks like that. Maybe shorten it a little. So where does this look like? This looks like they could be at that shrine, training shrine. What's that? Oh, behind them. I noticed that. That's the first time I'm noticing this multi-armed figure. But I mean, this guy looks like better. Like the Raiden suit is upgrade from last. Like most of these suits looking up online and comparing it are from most people's costumes are from the more modern games like MK1 and MK11 seem to be the biggest inspirations for
Johnny Cage.
costumes. Uncaged Fury. This is Johnny putting stuff away after the expo and no one bought anything. But that picture there looks a lot like Mission Impossible, the first Mission Impossible poster with Tom Cruise. I actually compared them and it looks a lot like it. So, but here is where Raiden and Sonya approach.
Have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
There's Sonya. I don't know how much she's gonna be in this. How would they come from? Did they drive here? But I'm sure he just thinks they're a bunch of crazy fans.
I'm back.
Till he does that.
Then realizing.
Is he driving a Stang? I just notices Johnny's Mustang. He's driving a Stang. Like an older, I think that's the older version. I don't know cars that well, but I'm pretty sure these style of the reverse lights are from the 90s version. So basically Johnny's been washed up since the 90s. He was a 90s action star. So he still has his 90s Mustang. But this is the part where in the first trailer, he's doing that to open a portal something like that. And Johnny's like, "How are you doing that?"
Then realizing if
Yeah, so he's looking over here, and he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" You can see in his face, like Carl Urban's such a great actor with his face, even though all actors are. But I mean, again, I'm spoiling what the story is, and I'm like pretty confident what I'm saying is true. Plus, I just know the structure of movies and how they work. I'm a screenwriter, by the way. I do some screenwriting theater. I should like show off my other channel. I have so many accounts, but here's my screenwriting channel, which shows my real name, but I don't care about hiding that, to be honest. Oops. I'm not shy about hiding what my real name is. Some people are, but that's, you know, that's their choice. I respect that. Oh right, I can't type that I can't type that in my own stinking chat, but I can go over here and do it. Wait, no. I have to like go to my own stream. My real name is through my other channel. But that's, you know, that's their choice. And chat it in here. Oh right, I can't type that I can't type that in my own. Those are for all my screenwriting fans. Go over here and do it. Wait, no. I'm watching like the stream of my stream of my stream through my stream. Did that make it 8 streams? That's like 16 walls. A 4th wall break within a 4th wall break. If you don't, you're not going to be as cool as I thought you were. Oh, here we go. I'm too far ahead.
this entire time.
Johnny makes a decision to walk through the portal. Understanding how story structure works, this would be like exactly 10 minutes in. If ever since I learned structure and how everything is basically just based on the time, to put it like easy, yeah, this would be 10 minutes in. We see the first part of the movie where Johnny's washed up, and then they approach him in here, and he's all like, this is madness, but I could use a change. Maybe this is true. Or maybe he's like, is this some kind of weird role that they're pitching me in the most bizarre way? But he walks through the portal. He decides. He makes the decision. So this would be the inciting incident. Boom. Like, this is like, even the structure of trailers are like, this is the first act, this is the middle, this is the end. But this is the part with Katana again where they're setting her up as maybe an antagonist at first. Like, I don't know. Is the first 10 minutes? Yeah, the first 10 minutes is going to be both their story, because they seem to be really doing a dual protagonist, which seems like a change that they decided to make when they decided to delay it. But here's Katana looking like Katana, and in this scene, I think that this is essentially Johnny being tested to see what kind of a fighter he is. So this isn't her attacking him for bad reasons. She's part of this crew that wants to help win the Mortal Kombat, as that's actually what it's called, the tournament. So they're gonna set her up first, probably as some type of antagonist at first. Maybe even when they first introduce her at the same time, they're gonna set her up where you're not really sure if she's good or bad. So they fight, and I don't know if Johnny Litz actually starts fighting with him, because he even says in the trailer,
Whoa! I really don't feel comfortable hitting a girl.
so like,
Don't worry. You won't.
So yeah, even watching the trailer the first time, I knew she was gonna say that. But there's Johnny, he's fighting her, but this is him. They're testing his might. This is exactly what it is. It's just like the games where it's like, test your might. Here, they're testing Johnny to see if he can fight against this. If you can fight against Katana, but who's also a woman. And then he's all saying, I'm not going to hit a woman, but he may have to. He may have no choice. Or he just somehow avoids her, or he finally like fights back. But this is her testing him. I don't think this is her attacking him for real.
Well, hitting a girl.
Don't worry.
Then the way her mask just covers her face, I'm not sure what that's about, because they're still going for the fantastical angle and not the grounded the more grounded approach.
Won't.
Yo!
So I don't know if this part's connected directly to that, because when he walks in,
Send me back. I want.
But yeah, this is the moment just before the second act where he just where the character, again, I'm showing off my screenwriting shit, where the character is having hesitations and doesn't want to officially cross the threshold. But then of course he does.
I want to go
He
back.
wants to go back. It's like, this is insane. What am I doing here? I want to go back. So was this right after Katana beat his ass? I think it was more that him and Sonya had a moment where she was telling him everything that's happening. And he's like, that's insane. What am I doing here? Send me back. So I don't think this is directly after the fight with Katana.
The rules of the tournament.
The new date, they delayed it from October. That's a pretty huge delay. They were gonna release it October 2025, and I was gonna watch it. And I rarely even go to the theater anymore, but I might go to the theater for this. This looks like Shang Tsung's place, or Shao Kahn's evil castle.
Are simple.
Yeah, or this is the beginning of that war. Something's happening here. I'm not sure what these are.
Our fates would not be settled.
There's Shao Kahn looking like a gangster. This is what the Shao Kahn looks like in this movie. This is the battle that he's about to happen with King Jared. So they fight and then he dies, and they show all that in the trailer, so it's not like
By the size of our army.
it's King Jared, and King Jared's married to Sindel. That's supposed to be Sindel, I guess, and yeah, young yeah, she's holding the hand of young Katana, but yeah, they fight. He loses, and then I guess Shao Kahn basically forces Sindel to marry him or something gross. But I don't know, and I don't know if they're gonna do that in this movie. But in the lore, she marries him, or he makes her marry him, and then she kind of just turns evil. But then there's other versions where she was planning on stabbing him in the back all along. But I doubt in this version that's what they're gonna go for. But that's Katana's dad, and they're all making the symbol. I'm not sure what that means. They're like, what? I think they're like doing the Wu-Tang Forever or something. Looks like they're doing Wu-Tang Forever. It's like, yeah, King Jared's down with the Wu-Tang. That'd be cool. This shot's pretty sick of them, like, I don't know, this is some kind of nether realm, underrealm. It doesn't look like where Hanzo is, and Hanzo's essentially in hell right now. But this is a moment where Liu Kang and Kung Lao have a fight, and it looks pretty epic. The fighting is definitely, for sure, is like going to be amped up than compared to the last movie.
Would be decided.
Here we have Revenant, or like Revenant Kung Lao. As you can see, he has the dark veins on his face. Though in the games he's more gray and his eyes are like a different color. But you can see that his hat is way more vicious. In the last movie, his hat was just one circular long sharp edge, essentially. Here it has separate, more vicious blades. So this Kung Lao is like, I guess, the evil Kung Lao, because he died. Shang Tsung killed him, but now he's fighting Liu Kang, and is he able to be turned good, or does he just have to be killed again? I don't know the lore. There you have Liu Kang, and he's wearing a red suit, so I don't know why he's dressed like Ken. They decided to dress him like Ken from Street Fighter II. I mean, it looks almost exactly like it. It's bizarre. Why are they doing that? But I mean, I guess this is a suit from the games, but looking online, I couldn't find a suit that looked a lot like this. This is like a variation of a bunch of different suits.
By combat.
Wait, if I go back just a little. Well, here's a shot where you can see, like, yeah, I mean, most of these suits are essentially like pieces of different suits from different games, which just like what they did with Fallout. Like, it's hard to pick one game when there's so many. Like, Mortal Kombat has tons of games in the franchise, so you got to be limited on what ones you're going to use for inspiration. But this Kung Lao is vicious. You can see, like, he's throwing the hat. The hat's way more vicious than before. And then Liu Kang definitely still using his fire powers. The worldwide phenomenon, meaning the game series, not the movie itself. But yeah, now you gotta wonder what's gonna happen with Mortal Kombat, considering it's a WB IP, and they're being bought out, and that would suck if they F with Mortal Kombat. Plus, like the games versions, the games part of WB is what worries me the most, because whoever buys it could just be like, could not give a shit about all the game stuff. And they make good games still. WB makes the Gotham Batman games, and like, those are good games. I will. Oh, fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't read comments. What'll be a flashback moment? I just knocked my mic into my keyboard. Yeah, I don't know what flashback part you mean, but probably whatever the answer is, it's probably yes. I don't know what studio mode does. It looks the same. Studio mode just shows what it looks like. But like, it's gonna drive me up the wall. It only shows you when I have to pick the different window or something. You can see down there. That's my DaVinci Resolve. I'm still editing. Just to show off, I'm still editing the breakdown of this trailer. So I'm basically doing a live about a video that I'm going to release anyways, but I didn't really know what else to say about this trailer other than looking at it, and let me know in the comments what you think of the new Mortal Kombat 2 trailer.
I'm not.
Here's him in the bar, probably from the first. Actually, this could be the moment where when he says he wants to go back, they actually do send him back. This either could be from the very beginning, but now seeing where they're putting it in the trailers follow the same story, follow the same chronological order than the movies do. So this could be after he says send me back, he gets sent back, and then maybe he decides, what the fuck, and goes back. Or maybe they come to him again and like, no, man, we really need you. You should come back.
Some great warrior.
This part here also is like, what's happening exactly? Kano's there. He's alive even though he died last movie. Sonya killed him. But then here we see Hanzo, and then Johnny and Kano are approaching him. But what exactly are they approaching him about? This moment's got me more confused than anything else, because first off, Johnny and Kano are just together, so they're not enemies, but Kano is like stabs everyone in the back, so I don't know why they're dealing with him, because Kano just can't be trusted no matter what. But did Raiden send them through a portal to where he is to convince them of something? Also, I thought he was supposed to be in hell right now. He's stuck in hell after what happened in the last movie. So there's something about this moment that I'm not even sure what's really happening. Then they do this weird transition to where he actually is. This is supposed to be where he actually is. So maybe he was meditating. This here looks like he's meditating. So see, I'm coming up with what the story could be while I'm here. So again, yeah, I'm spoiling Mortal Kombat 2, basically, because I think this is going to be close to what it actually is. So he looks like he's actually meditating down in hell. He's meditating what just happened with Johnny and Kano, but are they meeting him in his meditative state? I don't know. But here he is with the blades. Looks like those same blades that were on the edge of the rake, which I only just noticed today.
I'm not some champ.
Yeah, and this part here is like such a obvious of like, yeah, I'm not some champion, even though you know you are. That's the point. You're gonna become the champion at the end, Johnny. That's how these things work. It's just like Star Wars and the Force. The power was always in you the whole time.
Champion.
So this part here, we have Hanzo, the Scorpion version, fighting two people, and I'm trying to figure out if, like, is that Sub-Zero? I don't know, because in Sub-Zero in the first movie, he was a lot more of a capable fighter. So why would both of them be fighting? I think one of these people are Noob Saibon if it's the same shot that we see a little later, but we see a clearer shot of that. So this is him in hell fighting these guys. I don't know who they are. Assassins, maybe? More Raiden stuff. And then we have Jade, that girl that's going to be in Intergalactic, the Naughty Dog game. So Jade has a glowing staff. So they're taking bits and pieces of all the games with like what these people's powers are. We got Jax with his brand new arms that he got in the last movie, and this pretty slightly gross scene where Sub-Zero freezes his arms and then smashes them off. It's kind of gross. Then he gets his new arms. So I'm curious if they're going to be upgraded from the last film, or are they going to be the same? Like, if you're going to have metal arms, you should put like rockets in it or something. You should be able to detach the hands. The hands should be able to fly off and punch you in the face like in MGS5. Well, bam. But more green glowing staffs. Wait, is he fighting her? I think I just noticed that he's fighting. I think he's fighting Jade. See, I'm noticing things that I didn't notice the first time, and I'm like, should I edit that back into my video now?
This is a war.
So he's fighting Jay, but this could be like one of those moments where they don't know they're on the same side, because I'm not sure. Maybe this Jade is bad, maybe she's good. I guess she could be bad, but there's some parts where I think she may be good, or she was good at once, like her and Katana used to be friends and now they're not. Or maybe they're even sisters. It could be like a Nebula Gamora situation. But I'm only just noticing this is probably Jade. But Jade and Jax are fighting. So are they fighting because they're enemies, or are they fighting because they think they're enemies and they're not? Which could easily happen. He smacks it, but it doesn't break it. But this is Raiden giving Johnny his pep talk.
The fate of your war.
The fate of your war. So, essentially he's saying every realm is in danger. If Shao Kahn wins this award for the 10th time, it's something that the story essentially, one of the main story is that this tournament, the Nether Realm or the Evil Realm, whatever they call it, has won the Mortal Kombat tournament 10 times in a row or 9 times. And so if they win a 10th time, it'll be like they get to take over everything. So if Shao Kahn wins again, all realms could be in danger. So this is him taking Jared out, King Jared, which they're not hiding the fact that happens. Impales that motherfucker. Lifts him up, throws him down. Bam! And as you can see, a clear shot of Shao Kahn's mask. And this looks like some kind of demon version of Shao Kahn. This isn't the ones in the game. I guess he was a demon too, but the mask wouldn't cover his entire face. Here, this mask covers his entire face, and he has glowing eyes. So is this a dead version? Is this a zombie version? It could be the Revenant version as well. To continue with the whole like these are revenant versions of the characters. Basically zombies. So yeah, this is the fight he's about to have with Baraka, which we saw in the other trailer, so it's not a secret. I have a feeling Sonya's not going to be doing much in this movie. She's just kind of in the background every time watching people talk. I don't think she's going to be in this as much, or she's going to be around, but she's not going to be doing or saying much.
Me.
Banging. Yeah, see here we have Jade and Katana, right? So they're together. So I don't think Jade is a bad person, because Katana's one of the protagonists that it feels like they're making her the main protagonist. We're in the Nether Realms again, where Scorpion is stuck. So are they? This could be. I don't know. Even from afar, it's possible this is Kano and Johnny. Yeah, it kind of does. Like Kano has sleeveless shirt on, and then that looks like Johnny in his leather coat. But who is this right here? Is it Shang Tsung? Is it Hanzo, or is it Scorpion? Baraka. We just saw Baraka before, but you get a better shot of him in this, and it looks like they probably cleaned up some shots that were used in the first trailer. But here we see Kano waking up. So I don't know what that's about. Did they resurrect him? Because he died in the last movie, and it looks like he's playing on their side, but I don't know why the hell they would trust him when he kept changing sides in the last movie. So unless the resurrected version of him is a nice version. But he has no eye. His eye's gone. Like he had the bionic. He had the eye that was magical, but now it looks like his real eye's gone, and they're gonna replace it with the bionic eye which is what is part of his lore. Here's Hanzo again fighting these two people. You can see that they're like connected somehow. Like is this person or who this is wrapping their stuff around Scorpion? He's like Venom. He's like infecting part of him or something. Like, or maybe this version of Hanzo is like evil because his eyes are glowing. And I think that version that we saw of him as a human is all just in his mind, or when he goes into a meditative state, that's where he goes. I have Shao Kahn somehow having what looks like Katana and someone else. That could be a younger Jade. This could be them in their younger days, where maybe Jade, she has a coloring. Like I'd say they were like friends, and then Jade betrayed her, but then Jade redeemed herself. Again, this could be making this up, but this looks like it could be Katana. They're all using the same color themes. Like Katana's always been blue, purplish, and Jade's been greenish. Well, Jade is the color of Jade. So this could be her. I mean, her hair is short, so then she could have just shaded it, because that actress who plays her hair is always short in public. Tati Gabrielle, she was also in The Last of Us season 2 for a little bit. So I think Jade betrayed Katana, but then redeemed herself. I'm trying to wonder, are Jade and Katana sisters, or are they just like besties?
Belongs to me.
Another shot of Shao Kahn, a pretty decent shot. But his arms are all like half crocodile, so this is like a specific version of Shao Kahn. What was he saying again? Earth realm belongs to me?
Earth belongs to me.
Yeah, Earth belongs to me. But the edit of it sounds almost kind of like he said Earth realm, and then they removed the realm part, like Earth belongs to me. Maybe they wanted to clarify for trailer watchers who don't know the lore that Earth realm is just Earth. I'm pretty sure I'm like exactly right about all of this. Right here, I don't know who it is that Sonya's fighting. Whoever it is, they're using their, like this. It can't be Sindel, because Sindel's scream attack sucks things towards her. And here, this person looks like they're pushing Sonya's rings away. They're pushing Sonya's purple rings attack away, or slowing them down. But I'm like, I don't know who in Mortal Kombat has the blowing power. Unless it is Sindel and she has the power to do both, which she always did, and I didn't know that, but Sonya's fighting someone. Someone over here is down. Their legs look weird. But I don't know who in Mortal Kombat has that power. But she's having her own rings shot back at her to the point where they're going to hit her. They're almost engulfing her. And as you can see, she has no power wrists. Like, I wasn't sure in the earlier games if Sonya just was able to do that with these kind of not magic gauntlets, these gauntlets. That shoot the power, but here they went with the angle with everyone just has this arcana power that gives them the ability. Like for Liu Kang it's the fire, for Sonya it's these rings, and for Kano it's the eye. But is Johnny gonna get his own arcana power? That's the one thing that I'm wondering. Everyone gets the arcana power, just like with incredibly boring ass Cole Young in the last movie. He got his own arcana power, which was this internal armor. He gets this armor shielding all over his body, which, you know, of course the arcana power is kind of like tied to their character. But will Johnny get an arcana power, and will it be from the games where he's able to shoot those green orbs, which they never explain how Johnny can do that. He can just do that. He can throw projectiles at people. All right, I've been on for an hour and 15-ish. If you're in the chat and you've never been here before, say what's up. I don't know if you're still here at Noble, but as always, thanks for somehow managing to be here, like, a lot. I shouldn't be like, I'm like, showing you me sending my shit around. Wait, did I just send it to myself? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I'm doing things that I shouldn't be doing while I'm on camera.
We do not kneel!
What's going on at home? Yeah, so here's Katana giving a pep talk as well, because she's, you know, leading this army. She's become the leader just like her dad.
We do not.
That's probably like her journey as like, well, first off, does she get her own arcana power because she's already just a capable fighter with the fans and the kicking and the stuff? And I don't remember in the games, I don't know the later games, so maybe she gets the power, but in the MK that I played, she could only like fly around the screen a little, which is just like Sonya's move in the first game. But she's giving a pep talk to this little.
Not kneel.
Yeah, they're in that like hub again. Actually, it looks like the same place where Johnny first fought her, and she's getting his people riled up to fight a war. So there's Shang Tsung, and he's sucking Raiden towards him but he's holding some kind of stone or something. Like, he's not just using the powers from his hand. So he's sucking Raiden towards him for some reason. And whatever this is, Raiden can't fight it. Is that Raiden's hat right there?
Our only chance is to face the...
And Sonya and Liu Kang having some secret meeting in these pretty weird, lame-looking cloaks. And Liu Kang can light his own fire with his hand. Just like the elemental effects in the first movie were, like, honestly one of the best parts. Like, the effects with the fire and the smoke looked really good, and this film is going to look even better. That was, like, the most impressive thing about the last movie was they used some practical stuff, but then I remember the effects on the Guru looked pretty bad, the four-arm guy. But the elemental effects always look good with the ice and the fire effects. So they're going to just continue with on, because that still looks pretty good. Like, I'll show that shot again. It looks pretty realistic.
Only chance is to face this together.
And Jade again, like with her weird glowy staff.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, so I think Jade and Jax probably fought at first, not realizing they're on the same side. And now they're probably like besties by the end. They're both bald. So I could see them being like, you know, they do that whole thing where they break off little crews into smaller crews as you're going along. Like Johnny's off, maybe by himself, and then Jade and Jax are off, and then or Johnny seems to be with Kano for some reason, and then Sonya and Liu Kang are probably off somewhere. Raiden doing his own thing. Liu Kang having a huge firefight with Shao Kahn, but like he's controlling fire like insane. He's like Moses. Shao Kahn, who looks like everyone's fighting him at once, but he's still able to take them on, and it looks like he can just resist fire. Maybe that's why he has that hardened skin. He's able to resist elemental things.
You, Johnny Cage.
Yeah, so there's that same location where Raiden, so they're both giving him this pep talk of like, you can't go, you have to stay and do this, and if you leave, you have to save your world, blah blah blah. And this shot of like, so yeah, so does Kano have his eye back? Because it looked like his eye was gone, but he's shooting it from that same eye hole. So is there some tiny cyborg thingy there we don't see? But he's doing that and Johnny's sliding under it. So is he attacking him now? Because Kano's going to backstab everyone anyways. Or like, is Kano just doing some huge area attack and Johnny just doesn't want to get hit by it? Or maybe they have a fight. It could be like the first moment where like, before everyone crews up, they have this fight at first because they don't know they're on the same side. I think they got rid of the Arcana Man. No, I didn't. I've been reading about it. Like they can't really get rid of it. They can't really introduce something like that in the first movie and then get rid of it. But I didn't like it in the first place. But I mean, at the same time in the games, people are just able to throw projectiles at each other, but they don't really explain that. Like they don't explain how Liu Kang can just shoot fire. He just does. Like I'm guessing they made that up for the people who don't know the Mortal Kombat lore, and they're like, well, we'll just say that it's an inner power they always had. They just have to like release it somehow. But if Johnny's going to get his own power, what will it be? Is he going to do his split punch? If he doesn't do the split punch, then there's no point of even having Johnny Cage in anything.
Of this now.
So here we see Sonya and Liu Kang. So Sonya and Liu Kang looks like they're pairing up. They're pairing up most of this movie, fighting Shao Kahn again. So everyone is fighting Shao Kahn, and he's able to handle everybody. Like he's too overpowered, it seems. He's like the Thanos. He's like the Thanos of this world. Katana and Jade fighting each other. But this is very likely them just doing a training session and not fighting each other for real. But Katana has like looks like bananas. Yeah, like this. Jade's hair is a different length again. It's almost like, yeah, she has a little bit of hair, and then she gets shorter, and then she completely shaves her head near the end. So Katana's fighting Jade with bananas. No, these are probably just like training sticks, like not as brutal if they use the real weapons, because this is some training, I think. And I think this here is training as well. But it's definitely Jax fighting Liu Kang, and I think that's the boring ass Cole Young guy who he's still in this movie, but he's not going to be in it as much because he's so goddamn boring. But here they are at that training area with the giant dragon that's over there. So it doesn't look like Cole Young from afar, but I'd say that's for sure Liu Kang, and that's for sure Jax doing his ground pound move. Yeah, it looks like Cole Young. He still has that hardened like armor around him. Yeah, and there's Sonya and Johnny in the background. So this could be like when they first bring Johnny here, because these guys are all on the same side. They're just training each other. So that still seems kind of like a bit of a brutal move on Jax's part. For like, yeah, we're training, but I'm still gonna use my powers. But Cole Young's only power is to like bore you to sleep and have that skin armor. Over. And here we see again Kano in the background fighting with the Scorpion version. So Kano is somehow in this nether realm with them. So humans can go there. Do they have to portal there? Does Raiden portal there, or is there a different way to get there? See another shot of someone kicking Shao Kahn's ass. This is Liu Kang point blank blasting fire into Shao Kahn's face, and it probably doesn't affect him at all. But again, with the crazy brutal fire effect, it's really good. Some electrical from Raiden. Yeah, and here's Johnny about to fight Baraka.
It's showtime.
Right, and then there's Scorpion shooting his rope spears, and that's for sure Noob Saibon with the same kind of suit style, but it's gray. And Noob Saibon is just another resurrected dead thing, so I forget in the lore if Noob Saibon is Sub-Zero or someone else that got resurrected. But yeah, he's pulling him with the double one, and he says the classic line, "Get over here!" Though it does sound silly, it's the exact same sound when that's clearly not what his voice really sounds like. Let me get a bunch of nice little short clips. Thing. And here we have Kano and Jade at the same time fighting. So yeah, they're both on the side of good, though I don't trust Kano still. But who are they shooting at? I can't really tell. It almost looks like they're... it could be Noob Saibon. Or that could be Scorpion, but I don't know why they'd be shooting him, because I think they're all on the same side. But it could be another one of those, like, they first encounter someone and they think they're an enemy, so they fight, and then they're like, oh wait, we're on the same side. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. Jade. And then now Jade's going at Shang Tsung. Everyone's just blasting the fuck out of this guy and nothing's happening. So, how do they actually beat him in the end? She's using her, like, drill move. She's using her fan move as she uses in the games, like, brew. But what is that mask made of? More fire effects. Yeah, and then Raiden doing that ground move, which I haven't seen before. That must be in the newer games. But he's fighting Shang Tsung. Yeah. We get another look at how vicious Kung-Lao's hat is. The blades are just gross. I guess his hat has always been pure metal, or maybe it wasn't in the last one, but here it looks like it's just all steel or metal or whatever. And this is from Johnny's movie. They actually showed the fake trailer of that, which is pretty funny. They showed a fake trailer for this movie like a year, probably like less than a year ago. Like, I guess back when they thought they were releasing this in October. But this is a clip from his acting days. But is this recent, or one of his older movies that he likes to watch, or a newer movie but it tanked at the box office, or maybe it doesn't even get released in the box office and he's all just straight to video now? But he's doing that same flippy move that he does with Baraka. Yeah, Scorpion doing his fire move, which is pretty crazy. I don't think he did do that in the last movie. I can't remember. So there's Baraka. There's a full shot of Baraka, and he looks better than he did last trailer. I think they might have cleaned up the mouth. The mouth's like probably half practical, half digital, or it could be all digital. And this guy is just like half his face is a green thing. But Baraka's looking pretty vicious here, and they're in his like tribal area or wherever he stays. So I'm wondering why they went there. Because yeah, in the background shot of him fighting of Johnny, saying it's showtime, you can see Liu Kang, Sonya, and Jax. So like, why did they all go there? They're not trying to recruit Baraka. I don't think Baraka will be on their side. But it looks like his belt is made of bones. Like, I guess he's some kind of race. I forget the name of it, but that's a good shot. I want to like save that. That could be my thumbnail for when I finally do my fucking finish my edit.
Johnny will definitely die.
So yeah, they're all there, and it looks like he already has a scrape on his head. But like, what exactly is happening here? I guess this is the official start of the tournament. So yeah, that's probably why they're there. But why are they going to Baraka's location? Why does Baraka get the home field advantage? But they're all there essentially watching to support. Yeah, it looks like Jax has a little bit of a cut. So maybe they've all already been doing their fighting, their tournaments. Now it's Johnny's turn, and he gets stuck with Baraka.
Will definitely
But is it fair that Baraka gets to use his powers and Johnny doesn't?
die.
So he's doing that same move he just did in the movie. But he's a capable fighter. He's not bad. That's why they reached out to him. It's like, hey, yeah, we need you to come save the world. We saw your movies from the 90s, and you're like, yeah, I'm not that guy. They probably saw his movies from the 90s versions of him when he was bigger star, and thought, well, you gotta give this Johnny Cage guy. I'm like, no, you're like 15 years late. It's like some of these are like, you can see they're the same race as Baraka, but then there's some humans. So do these people all live in harmony? May 8th. So that was my second topic for the day, of looking at the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. What else there is to say about it, I don't know, but I think it's going to be way better than the first movie, and I might actually like go see it in the theater, and I'd really go see the theater anymore, but what does the actual logline say? New Line Cinema comes the installment. This time, the fan favorite champions, now joined by Johnny Cage, are pitted against one another in the ultimate no-holds-barred gory battle to defeat the Dark Rule Shao Kahn that threatens the very existence of Earthrealm and its defenders. But do they have to fight against each other? I don't know. There could be moments where, yeah, when they were fighting each other, it's because they had to for the tournament. But I don't think they're going to actually be fighting each other, because I'm pretty sure you have to, like, kill the other person to win. I forget. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. Well, I mean, it is called Mortal Kombat, so I'm pretty... Yeah, you win, and then the person dies. Or that's how you win. Whoever dies first. I'm just reading this now. Simon McCoy, Carl Urban stars Johnny Cage alongside Adeline Rudolph, Jesse McNamee, Josh Lawson, Ludi Lin, Makai Brooks, Tati Gabriel, Louis Tan. So Louis Tan was the guy who played Cole in the first movie, but his name is so far down the list. Like, he's barely going to be in this, thank God. Maybe 5-10 minutes max screen time. Damian Harriman with Chin Han, Teru Bonono Asono, Loren Joe Taslam, Bihan, and then his last name, Hiroki Sanada, who, you know, is in the twilight of his career. Not twilight, that's not the right word. Renaissance of his career. So, I mean, he's a pretty high... These good, like, the Asian characters they have are all good actors. So it's like, they're getting some really good quality actors on here. But then some of them, I mean, Carl's a good actor, but the lady that plays Sonya, she wasn't very good. So I can't imagine she's going to be much better in this. So only in theaters and IMAX across North America, May 8th, internationally May 6th. So it comes out 2 days earlier. North America, May 8th, internationally. I'm like watching my live stream during my live stream, but I'm just gonna go back to my page, even though I'm on this one under a different account, but that's just what my background's gonna be. Though I guess I'm wrapping this up. There's no other news to talk about. It was like an hour and a half-ish type show. What's the time? 2:06, so an hour and a half. Start at 12:30. If I could at least get an hour and a half, I'd like to get 2 hours, but there isn't enough adaptation news out there to talk about. Unless I can just look it up right now. What's the brand new adaptation news? I usually use ChatGPT so it can just give me all my results at once. What's the absolute latest video game adaptation news? Enter. Excuse me. Yeah, just the God of War thing with that terrible ass picture. Oh, that's just... Wait, was this... Did we know that Kingdom Come Deliverance, the co-founder, is leaving to work on the show or a movie? I can't remember if they announced there was one happening, but this guy's leaving just to make the show or movie? The Shuri? This is something I should report on then. I need to report this. But yeah, I guess while I'm here and I found it, what's this about? This is me finding random news while I'm already live. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 studio co-founder reportedly steps down as creative director to focus on turning the RPG series. Warehouse Studios may have its sights set on a TV adaptation. It says TV, and TV has become the way to go for certain adaptations. Like, to me, it actually makes sense for Mortal Kombat to be a movie, but it makes sense for Fallout to be a show. Danielle Vavra, co-founder of the Warehouse Studios and lead behind Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, as well as 2018 predecessor, is reportedly no longer working and has reportedly stepped down to focus on a televised... So he's saying televised again. So... They say movie in the title, but it's probably going to be a show. News comes via CheckCrunch. well, I guess that's a Czech company, I believe, where studio CEO Martin something explains that something has a new role, the creation of the live action film. See, now they're saying film. Make up your stinking mind. He's also apparently working on the script himself, and the Warhorse boss outlining how the studio has been planning to move the RPG series away from video games. Really? I mean, like, on his own? Like, there's got to be Kingdom Come 3. Like, they always got to make 3 movies. So, this guy is going to focus on growing the IP, I guess, which is only fair if you created it. While Kingdom Come has been featured in comics, movies, and tourism, the big screens attracted developers the most. Well, now, yeah, considering they're getting more and more popular, and if you want to stay up to date on all the game adaptation news, don't forget to subscribe. He says that while Kingdom Come has been featured in, that's why he and Vavra are hoping to turn the title into a TV adaptation. Whether it's a show or a movie, as hoped, but I haven't played any Kingdom Come games, but Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is coming to Game Pass in a day or two. And I'm definitely going to check it out because people have been saying a lot of good things about it. Whether it's a show or a movie, as hoped, hasn't been determined, but it seems there is a draft script. As hoped. So are they saying that they're hoping for a movie, but they could do a show? Fred Flintstone emphasizes that this isn't just a cut from the games either, but a far bigger project. Yeah, he's not dropping the series of games. The studio is still going to do the games. This guy just wants to make a show. According to the CEO, negotiations are already underway, and Warhorse doesn't simply want to sell the rights of Kingdom Come away. Yeah, don't do that. The devs want the potential movie to be what they envision it to be. As for how this affects the studio setup, Vavra has allegedly moved on from leading any games, with the other guy confirming he won't be on any future game-shaped projects to try something different with the planned film. Warhorse hopes to reach a similar audience with its future Kingdom Come adaptation. As it did with the games, no easy feat considering how Kingdom Come Deliverance sold over 1 million copies in its first 24 hours. So the devs want it to be received well globally. It's all been in the making for a while as well. With initial plans taking off before COVID, now they've all returned to the idea of a film or TV with greater motivation. Here's hoping it works out. Never easy bringing it to the screen. I'm looking at you, Return to Silent Hill, which I haven't seen yet. Kingdom Come does have a solid enough story that I would personally see it's working. Fingers crossed. Those are just like a breakdown. Like Mortal Kombat, we know that. Resident Evil, there's nothing new with that. So that's all the news of adaptations for the week. Not going to cover anything gaming wise. But that's it for me. I'm going to wrap the show up. This was episode 7. I'm trying to give my show's episode numbers now. And based on how many I've done this year, essentially, not starting with what I did last year. So this is like episode 7. So thanks for watching TGAN Live episode 7. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And don't forget to keep gaming.